All right, welcome everyone. We're going to be doing a reading of chapter 4 of Marketing is Freedom. And I'm also going to put this, every now and then I want to read it where you're watching me read, and every now and then I want you to watch it read. I'll do it based on the chapters. Maybe I'll just keep it like this, but I'm so happy to be sharing this with everybody and giving it a, more of a deep dive when I'm done. This is chapter 4. It's one of the most important things I learned in my life, really. And it's something that is, it seems like with social media and things, this is even more adamantly something people should understand and know. And it's very key and very logical. And it's something that can help you to really have a good path in your life. So many of us will listen to the voices of others that are not an experienced expert in something, and will make a bad decision because of that. The path that's right for us is the path that's right for us. And you should go with your gut instinct and go in the directions, but go seek the knowledge out from those that have it, not get knowledge and advice from people that don't have a clue, right? So chapter 4, if they are not masters of the advice you are looking for, find the masters. Do not listen to anyone not doing what you want to do. I'm glad to this day that I always thought for myself. I would question anything I did not understand or what did not make logical sense to me. I was not always surrounded by the right individuals to get the answers I sought. And if I felt my questions were inadequately answered, or if I could tell my teacher or mentors at the time was without the knowledge, I would seek it elsewhere. Books are amazing. Today it is still the case, and the internet, along with logic and common sense, makes an amazing resource. Seeking knowledge from a reliable source is easier today than ever, and while easy, not everyone does it. I have often been the redeemer of truth to many topics because I would seek out the answers to which I needed. From school teachings to religion and politics, all three of which can be useful if you want a challenge. We can search for answers in so many ways, from books to web pages to incredible videos showing you step by step how to do just about anything you can imagine. There is a wealth of knowledge, and it is growing constantly. It is in itself a virtual method of value and service to share knowledge with those that seek it and for those yet to seek it. The very nature of our communications is to each other is incredible. I am always amazed at the decisions people will make based on false masters of advice. While the internet has increased the speed and resources for shared knowledge, it has also increased the availability of fools and idiots who speak far more than they themselves listen. There are suddenly experts on anything trending, spouting out nonsense, only to instantly become new experts on something different tomorrow as another topic jumps into the trends. This is part of human nature that has always baffled me, and yet has made my eyes open to the reality of the situations. In life, we all want to achieve and do well. We also have the facts that our environment is 90% of who we are and who we become. We have incredible information and knowledge at our fingertips, and even at our mere asking Alexa a question. Instead of using that resource, we often fall into our environment. The poor always seem to be poor. The rich always seem to be getting richer. If you want what others have, do what others do. Find a mentor that is doing what you want to do. Find a mentor that has what you want to have. Success leaves clues, right? If you are seeking advice about a happy relationship or marriage, seek it from someone that has a happy relationship or marriage. If you are looking for advice about starting a business, do not ask someone who has never started a business how to get started. And I'm going to really make sure my point gets across here. It is something that I have seen stop so many from even attempting to go after their goals, dreams, and even happiness. For decades now, I have been a guide to creating online business. I even built a comprehensive starting, training, and full-on support for the online business world. I am certain that all hear a student quitting and stopping any and all progress. The reasons will be because their son, daughter, neighbor, or their friend, the auto mechanic, told them everything online is a scam. Instantly, they have sought the advice from a mentor that knows absolutely nothing about running an online business. Seeking the advice from someone that has not doing it or is not successful in the subject to which you are seeking information about is not wise. I always get wrapped up in this. When you need a lawyer, are you going to go to the banker to have them represent you in court? When your car is not running correctly, are you going to call your child's pediatrician to get advice as what you should do? I certainly would hope not. If you're going to jump out of an airplane for the first time, are you going to jump with someone else that has never done it before either? Probably not, right? Sadly, we often do not go looking for misinformation or advice from those we should not be getting advice from. It usually comes from us, and it usually comes at us freely and often uninvited. It is up to us to filter it out. My suggestion is to be courteous, and before giving it any weight or validity, ask yourself these 3 questions. Number 1, do they know about the subject you are looking into? Number 2, are they successful currently and not years ago in the ways you wish to be successful about the subject you are looking into? And number 3, are they able to back up their information or advice? If you can answer those with a yes, then you probably want to seek the information. If you cannot answer those with a yes, then you probably want to seek the information elsewhere. There are so many resources and places to go for information. We live in an instant gratification world. We have access to reviews and ratings on almost every business or product out there. And times are changing to make this even more easy to find out. If a restaurant has bad food, you will know it by the reviews. If a product is not good, you can find out about it in reviews in most cases as well. If you're looking into a business, the best research is asking for customer reference. Can you talk to someone using the product or service? Making money in the online business world of today is becoming more and more real. There are more people online than ever before. And there will be even more when you finish this chapter. More and more business is growing online and in the way of change and progress with technology. I shudder when I think about all the people that gave up on a way to work for themselves in the growing online business world because their son, who was 26 and had just graduated with a degree in fine arts, is telling them it will never work. Growing up, I had so many people in my life ask me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I would answer that I wanted to be a millionaire. They would be shocked, and other than a few people in my life, the comments looking back were hilarious and stupid. How are you going to do that? Do you have a plan to make that happen? What is your fallback plan if that does not work? And my absolute favorites, you should look into being a doctor or a lawyer then, as if we were playing life, the board game. The reasons these questions were hilarious and stupid has nothing to do with the actual questions so much. The reasons all have to do with the people asking them. They were not millionaires, not even close. They were not doctors or lawyers. They were not even striving to be, nor ever were. In fact, no one close to them or around them even were. I did not go up to them and to ask them. They brought it up and asked me. My answer was always, I would figure it out. Everyone knew I was entrepreneurial. I had sold something or many things already to these same individuals. I took their advice as I hoped it was. I took their advice as I hoped it was meant, with care and concern. I gave into the pressure and followed the advice of so many around me, looking out for my best interests. Forgot that they themselves weren't looking to be or had ever been a millionaire. I even began a serious path towards being an attorney. Since everyone in my environment at that time was so convinced that law or medicine was the sure course for becoming a millionaire. Thankfully, I read up on everything I could about the laws and being an attorney. I read every law book available in the city library and county library. It was great knowledge, and it has served me many times. Mostly, though, in understanding the process, the structure, and how things work based on case precedents and so forth. I enjoyed the progression into classes such as business law, debate, and what I found was that I enjoyed arguing or convincing people. What I did not like was the amount of paperwork and reality of the job that working as an attorney truly was. And believe me, I was the better for exiting that path. What it did for me was in my junior year of high school, I got access to the average income by profession. Granted, it was 2 years old at the time, but the average mean income for an attorney was $28K. Not even a close answer to what I was looking for. Even though my environment was seemingly happy and proud that I had turned to law in seeking my millionaire desire, it was not the answer. Stats and numbers have always been my friend. Numbers do not lie, but the intentions of others sure do. Fortunately, the time invested in reading, researching, and learning the legal processes, all of it was helpful. Legal situations in business are a matter of when and not if, especially when you gain ground and start building. For me, I enjoyed the marketing and sales processes far more than doing the paperwork and working with the legal system. For me, I needed to find mentors in business, particularly those that could market and make sales happen. This led me to Richard Davidson and then an entire series of mentors. Once my course was set and I focused on becoming the best version of me, mentors appeared. Literally, I would seek them, and as I grew my business, I would find them. And now I get to pass the information and knowledge forward. And I will keep seeking mentors that have what I want and can show me how to change and grow even more. Learning is vast and our lives are so short. Pushing to gain the most out of life and to create and leave a legacy behind. This has become the importance I truly seek now. How many people, families, communities can I help become better? As I hit walls, I merely seek the mentor to get me through, under, or around those walls. Solutions are always out there, always. Now, that ends chapter 4, and I'm going to stop my share here and come back to this. I'm going to just go into it a little bit more in a deep dive. The guidance you get, it matters, right? Time's short. And when you spend time listening to people that don't have what you have, you're wasting your time. And it's so much more now. But I mean, do some searches, do some research, and I mean proper research. I look at how things go with us with the Triple R247, and you have people that like to go out there and and put reviews that are with them putting a program, not seeing it all the way, and people usually can read through that, but they should ask, do you have somebody that's successful I can talk to? People will look at reviews of people that are quitters and take that for, oh, it's not going to work for me either. So either it's this fundamental thing, you want to go find and seek the knowledge. You can weigh it all out there. When somebody looks at our stuff, we've been out for 15 years doing this. We're not going to please everybody. The system works if you do the work. It's and nothing's going to change that. We're making things easier and easier all the time. That's what happens when you're in something. If it can be automated, it will be. And this is why this was a good timing for today's, based on our lesson earlier. But the thing is, seeking knowledge from the right person just makes logical sense. You learn from somebody else's experience, not from somebody else's opinion about something, right? Experience always outweighs even, book knowledge. Actual knowledge that comes from experience is always going to be better, right? You're going to learn way more from somebody that's doing that thing now. And I say do it now, not in the past, because things change. I can tell people like heydays of stuff when I used to market. I used to be able to generate, leads that I would sell for $6 a piece. I used to generate them for 20 cents, and I could get more than I could sell. They were just coming in. There was days like that. You know what? That doesn't work today. That worked for a period of time. Things adapt and things change. You want to know somebody that's doing it now and how they do it now, not what worked in the past. That's great experience that led to what's going now, but things change. And you're watching technology change even faster. So those things that I'm saying there just become more and more relevant as the speed of technology increases. If you want to learn how to do anything, you want to learn it from somebody that's doing it and doing it very well. And that's what I'm trying to say, the experience of others, right? So it's something of a, it's a logical thing. We go to it. In today's world of information and the access of stuff that we have, that this is a fun place to be. This whole internet thing is just awesome. And as we're going into Web 3.0 now, and based on the timing of this, and 4.0 is coming. I mean, the innovations are going to keep coming. Adaptation is necessary. And there's a great business term I've learned from several mentors. All said the same thing: adapt or die. You got to get better all the time. Your competition is going to be getting better. You better be getting better. You got to constantly be advancing and pushing in there. And I'll say that this is why I believe that when you're working to teach people how to do something as aggressive as online marketing, you got to be training on it all the time. It changes all the time. It's adapting all the time. And if you're in the groove of it, you're going to be getting the experience and be able to perfect it all. All right, that'll conclude our reading of chapter 4. Gosh, I love this one, and we'll continue on the next one. Bye for now. God bless.